Charlie Cayo in Nassau, Bahamas, Paradise Island at the Caribbean Travel Market with Anthony Stuart, Director of Europe for the Bahamas.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm getting used to being back here, somewhere that I used to hang out at least once a month for several years, but that was a long time ago, and this is the first return visit.
Well, welcome back, and most of all, welcome home.
Yes.
Sounds like you have some great memories of being here, because I can see the smile on your face.
Wonderful memories, and one of the things that remain the same are the warmth of the people.
Well, you know, that's one of the strengths of our country, is the fact that the people are such a major asset of who we are. We love our visitors, we love to meet them, we love to share our stories with them. We love to make sure that they're enjoying themselves here. And what we want to do is tell them about our country, experience our country, and they may come as a visitor, but we're sure when they leave, they're going to leave as friends.
I was looking out my my hotel room here at the Atlantis, 20 stories up, facing the harbor, and there's 3 cruise ships that pulled in this morning and are anchored there.
Yeah, but you know, the Bahamas is a major cruise destination. Nassau has one of the advantages with our cruise ships is the fact that you dock downtown. You really dock in the center of Nassau. So when you come off your cruise ship, you're able to just walk into Bay Street. You can walk, see the Parliament buildings, the government buildings. You can walk to Government House and see where the Governor General, the churches, the historic sites. And so that makes Nassau such an attraction for the cruise passenger. And what it also gives them is the ability to really explore on their own if they want to. Or they can do tours, or they can have pre-arranged activities. But the cruise passengers, last year we had over 4 million cruise passengers visit the Bahamas. Nassau being the main location for them, but we also have cruise ships that go to Grand Bahama. We have some that go to some of the private islands. Disney goes to Castaway Cay in the Bahamas as well. And so the cruise business for us is very important. And as I said, what it allows us to do is have our cruise passenger get while their stay is short, but they get a taste, they get to experience some of the Bahamas, they get to meet our people, they get to learn some of our history, some of our culture. They can come and do a walking food tour where they get to taste some of the various foods of the Bahamas, and while at the same time seeing some of the historic sites of the Bahamas.
You're the Director for Europe, based in London. Let's talk about that market. How many people from Europe roughly might visit the?
Our visitor count from Europe is about 80,000. Just over 80,000 Europeans have visited.
What kind of a growth, or what kind of a path is that? We've
seen a growth. This in 2015 was a very strong year for us. The UK itself, the UK market was up 14% for us. We have a direct service from the UK with British Airways that flies directly into Nassau. And what is great about our European passengers are the longer stays. Average stay is about 12 nights, and they tend to visit more than one island. So while they come to Nassau as a hub, what they do is they go and experience some of the others. They may go to Eleuthera, they may go to Abaco for a few days, they may go to Exuma, and so they get to experience more of it. And that makes their vacation even more interesting, because the fact that they see more than just one destination. And what it does is when they return for another visit, a lot of times the pattern is reversed. They might stay in Nassau for 7 days and visit the outer islands for 4 or 5 days. Now we see they visit in Nassau for maybe 4 days and spending more time in some of the outer islands where they experience more of the local life. You know, they're going to the fish fries on the outer islands, participating in some of the local community activities and everything. I'd say probably the biggest activity that our Europeans are engaging in when they come is the swimming pigs. The swimming pigs in Exuma have become celebrities now. People call the office and say, I want to go to Pig Island. You know, I want to go swimming with the pigs. And I mean, they have become celebrities. They're part of our advertising campaign. They're on some of our boards, they're on our bags, they're on some of our collateral. So swimming pigs have become celebrities for us as well.
As far as the knowledge of travel trade,
Yeah.
or even end consumers, how knowledgeable are they about the Bahamas as a destination product, and how much competition is competition a factor of other alternative destinations, closer destinations, of impeding further growth from the European and UK market?
Well, for us, what we see in the European market is the airlift. You know, as I said, we have the airlift from London directly into Nassau. Where we see our growth with other European countries is a lot of it is a two-cent vacation, where because there is such a great airlift into Florida or into Atlanta or into New York, what we're doing is working with a lot of those airlines now to do 2 cents. They may spend a week in Florida or some days in Florida and then come over to the Bahamas, whether they fly over, come over on the fast ferries. We're looking at promoting and the growth that way. Delta Airlines just launched service to Marshall, Abaco, or to North Eleuthera and Exuma. So we're working with Delta to Atlanta. You know, Paris, Atlanta has great service. Frankfurt, Atlanta has great service. So we're looking at how do we increase that business by doing the 2 cent vacation as well too. As far as I think when you say what is the competition, I always look at the Bahamas. We are our own competition. What we have to always do is make sure that we have the product that our visitor wants. We have to make sure that we have the airlift to get our visitor to where he wants to go. And so what we also have to make sure is that we are delivering. And you know, I tell people we don't just want to deliver on the vacation experience. We want wow. We want to make sure that we go over deliver. We want to exceed your expectations before you even know you want it. We want to make sure we deliver it. And so there are destinations that are closer in flying time, but I think that with the long haul destination, that the Bahamas is fairly well known. The visitor knows Nassau. Most Europeans are very much familiar with Nassau. Some are familiar with Grand Bahama because of past history and work that we've done in those markets. The out islands are really where we see more of the future growth coming, where we see more of the development coming, where we see great opportunity. As a matter of fact, we do have a flight from Paris directly into San Salvador, which is mainly services in the Clubman market. So when we look at Paris, they're very much familiar with Nassau, Grand Bahama, and San Salvador because of the airlift. So we see the growth coming with more development of airlift service, and also with the fact that we're working with the travel trade to educate them more on the Bahamas and the ease of doing business. And also, as I said, pushing the 2 cent vacation, saying you have clients who are going down to Florida, you're going to Atlanta, going to New York. Why not just add on a quick trip to the Bahamas? Why not just get them to come over to the Bahamas for a few days? And we have an operator who has a package, they call it the Shop and Flop, where they combine New York and Nassau and say, do your shopping in New York and flop
over to Nassau.
Right.
Anthony Stuart, Bahamas Tourist Office, and your website in the UK is bahamas.co.uk. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. It's a pleasure welcoming you back and hope to see you again.
Absolutely.